Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I'm trying this out. Let's see how this goes. I want to start by saying that I had my biggest day trading day and biggest loss within 1 week, right? So within 4 days actually, right? So let me explain how everything went. I already have one of the trades in the chart, and I'll show you how this worked, and then show you how I lost also my biggest loss this year. All right, so this was a couple of days back. I had this trade, played out very, very good. I had the bullish bias here. We had this low that we formed, and then we were acting on another higher low, and then hoping that we would break this high and then form another higher high, which we did form another higher high right over here. Okay, so if we look left to these two moves, there's one thing that we notice, right? A couple of things that we notice, but one thing is the range. Okay, so where is the arrow? I want this, the range. Okay, so we have this range going high, going up here, going long, and then we also have the same range coming down. So we know that this area is an area of clean traffic, right? So whatever we're going bullish, whenever we're going bullish here, means on the other side we would go and clear the whole gap going short as well, right? And then same thing that looks like is right over here. If we are going bullish, we would expect a bearish reaction coming back to the same place that we started, right? This is very, very common with gold, right? And this is not where I want to be focusing on. I want to show you guys how I had the biggest trade of 2025. First, we will clarify the direction, the trend, right? So we have this high over here, and then we just formed another low. What I'm expecting price to do is pull back and then create another lower high. So we did create the lower high here. If we are following the same pattern that we always use, it's like this. If we're going bullish, right? I have a low, I have a high, have a higher low, and then we create higher high, keep going on the same direction. If I have the bearish direction, I have a high, I have a low, have a lower high, and then I form a lower low. Okay, so we have this basically lower high here, and now I'm just waiting for price to form a new lower low. I'll consider this a lower low, and then price is just pulling back now. Once we have pulled back this to this lower high here, I I have to pay attention to one thing, which is the trend, right? So I have this lower high. What I'm waiting for next is a new low. But second confirmation for the trade is on the 4 hour time frame. If I look on the 4 hour time frame, I have a couple of things, right? If I look left here, I have that same path of traffic, right? That's one thing. Second will be the moving average. So I have the traffic, the moving average, and the trend going my direction. I had this trade set up. Let me clear this out. I had this trade set up this way. So I had entered on, this is the 9th, and then we jump to the 11th. Yeah. So I had this opened on Friday night, because I was believing in this direction. So I have about 8 point stop loss, and then I have this big. Well, first my take profit was gonna go all the way down here. I always said 1 to 2 take profits. So I had this take profit set right over here on the first take profit, which will be a low point here, and then probably price was going to pull back and then keep going, but we had Trump announcing news. So I closed this trade at about 67 points on gold, right? It was a huge trade for me. Biggest day 2025 and very profitable. What I had set in mind was very lower than this, probably half, around the 33.10 area. So we ended up hitting over here, and then we dropped to all the way down 32, basically 32.07, 08 area here. So I'm just waiting now, see what's going on here. I did enter for a couple of buys, so I noticed that we had hit the same area as over here on the left, right? So we had the same area on the left. Now I'm just waiting for price to create a new, basically higher low, which it was starting to create here a new higher low for price to make, another high as well. Like this, and then I was just waiting for see what's gonna happen. But today, price was acting a bit weird in this direction over here. I had a couple of trend lines working out for me. I was believing that we would push up on this direction because of the strong area of support here. I believe that this was a very strong area of support right here on this gray line. So everything that was bouncing off of this area was moving higher and higher, and then I was just waiting for price to hit the 32.60 area again or break this area, which was I was hoping to. But three things again, just like my short over here, which I'll write down, is the trend, the moving average, and then also one more confirmation. I'll put the candlesticks, right? I had the moving average going my direction. So price was under the moving average. Every time we're under the moving average, we are going bearish. Every time we are above the moving average, we are going bullish, right? We are under the moving average. We have the 4-hour candle looking red. So we had 1, 2. We just formed the third red candle. And then the 4-hour again, we have the moving average above price. And yeah, so I didn't have a good risk management. I had over leveraged my position here, and then I had a very big stop about 15, close to 16. And my take profit was right above here. I over leveraged this position, and then I was not expecting price to just shoot down like crazy. All right, I had one stop loss, and then I had another trade without stop loss. Stop loss was right below this low here. And so, boom, took me out very strong. It raised my profits from Sunday night and a little bit more. So this is what happens if you don't have the right risk management. Okay, so now I'm just waiting to see what gold is going to do, what and how it's going to react in the next couple of days. Actually, I'll leave this here because of a loss. I did have some buys here throughout the week. I just don't remember the prices very much, but I'll just use this for example of a buy. I had basically 3 to 4 buys within this area, and then also my losing trade right here. Okay, so this was my biggest win of the year, followed by my biggest loss of the year. I'll have this in red, right? So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys on the next one.